Hey everyone, welcome to another video. We're going to do a collection. It is Friday night and it's been a couple of days since I kind of changed out the, I just take the quarters and put them in the change machine there, and then I've been taking the payment out of the change machine every day. But we're going to do a full run through of our collection, and I'll be answering some questions about, absentee ownership and how you can actually achieve that, because, well, let's get right into it. So, everyone wants the laundromat, basically, or at least most people do, I think anyway, unless you're really passionate about laundromats. Everyone wants one for the premise of the fact that they can be very automated and you can get paid that way. And let me tell you, I do, and it does work a lot of the time. There's very little that I actually deal with the thing. I can just lock up and leave, and I'm still getting paid. Now, it's not that simple. You see, everyone thinks that it's that simple, and now that I've had one for a week, I can tell you that there are some side effects. For example, if you don't have someone here, typically something like this is, at least once a day, something like this. I don't know if you can see that. Okay, at least once a day. So, I do pay somebody once every, 2 hours every day. We're doing, and she's doing 7 days a week, and she wants more too, but, I'm kind of holding off on that for now. She's here for 2 hours a day. She'll do a complete run through and clean everything. She does a phenomenal job, and I really appreciate her work. Still though, I'll be in the office, and these days I'm in the office a lot because we're transferring all the utilities, and it's honestly a big hairy mess, but we're getting through it. And, ooh, that's a good one. Wow. Awesome. And I think it's more or less the fact that people just ask you just to ask you, like just to bother you. It really seems like that. Don't get me wrong, I love helping my customers, but, people ask, I put in money and it doesn't work, and then I'll flip the handle or I'll push the start button and then it starts going, and then I just look at them and I'm just like, wow, this is heavy. And I'm actually glad, because I'm learning a lot. I know the audio kind of adjusts to a higher volume when I drop that, and then it takes a couple of seconds to adjust, but yeah. Trust me, I'm certainly glad I did. I learned a lot, and I'm still learning a lot, and we just continue doing our best. We're about to have a lot of renovations come through. Wow, these do well though, man. I don't know. These do well though. They're just full. Wow. Huh. I'm kind of second guessing it. Do I want to get rid of these? And I was gonna put seating here, and then 5 of the max loads here. But the max loads you'll get around $7 to $750. That's what you can charge. Huh. Jeez. All right. Not bad. I haven't emptied the dryers in a while, and for good reason, because doing the dryer, doing the washers, it's fun. You crank, pull, and there's the quarters. With the dryer, it's like a good 10 seconds before you hit one dryer. So yeah. But yeah, once we do the machines first, then we want to get some epoxy, and again, like the floors, to scrape out the floors. There are ways to get the floor scraped very cheaply if you go to certain hardware stores, but since I did the dryer. Yeah, once we do the floors, then we want to do the walls, and then we can start doing my Facebook ads. And yeah, so another thing as well. Okay, then see, this place is covered with signs everywhere. And I just think, that's just too much. There's too much language. Doesn't matter what language it's in. It's just too much language on the walls. Nobody's going to go around everywhere to read all of that. So, you know, oh, these are, yeah, that's going to be definitely last. Yeah, guys, you know, what I'm worried about, the only thing that I'm worried about, and this is a good one, wait till you hear this. The only thing that I'm worried about is if I renovate this place and I actually get it to the revenue that I'm making, and oh, by the way, I already got internet in there and I have an Alexa on the way. If I renovate this place, and this is the big question that like I'm kind of worried about in the back of my head. If I do that and I get to the revenue that I wish to make, right? Because this is not real estate owned, this is rented, is the landlord going to jack up the rent and basically suck up all of my profit that I worked so hard to build, and then I basically turn into an employee for him? I'm worried about that. So, you know, one thing when you're working for somebody else, and this is a very general rule, doesn't matter if you're a laundromat owner like myself, which I am a renter still, doesn't matter if you're an employee, odds are you will never live better than your employer or your landlord. And so that's why it's always good to diversify your investments, and so that you're not under anybody, you're all over the place. That's where you want to be. Wow, that is amazing. Because yeah, why would your employer let you live better than himself or herself? Why would they not want to take over some of the profit as well? You know, why would they not do that? So you never want to be under the whims of somebody else, because you'll just turn into an employee. And right now I kind of feel like that. Maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking about it too much. You know, I'm just getting paranoid. It's just me in here a lot of the time, and I'm just kind of paranoid maybe. But yeah, guys. So that's why, you know, it's always best to diversify your investments. A laundromat has been so far an incredible asset to have. I mean, this is amazing. I'm loving every minute of it. But to be owner absentee, you know, people do stuff like this, right? I mean, I don't think anyone's different depending on where they are. I mean, they're laundromat users, so, you know, people are people. If you don't have, I mean, I'm just imagining a laundromat with nobody in it and completely automated. You know, Alexa can't clean that up, right? She can't. That's great. She's amazing, but she can't do that. So, you know, even if it's for 1 to 2 hours a day, I mean, if your revenue is right, there's no reason why you can't have a good employee in here, even just for a couple of hours a day, cleaning up. You know, whether it's at night or in the morning, anytime before the rush. Nice. So that you don't deal with that, and your customers don't deal with that either, because you'll lose customers doing that. I mean, I think that's a given. You know, right now we need the equipment, because that is what generates the revenue, right? Then we're gonna do the floors, the walls, and eventually, finally, we're going to do some ads. Nice, wow. Yeah, you know, whatever. That's just the nature of this. I gotta collect sometime. Old owner told me that the school across the street, when it opens back up, that kids kind of loiter around and kind of hang outside the shop, and one time he even caught them in the bathroom. He said, see, he doesn't speak a lot of English. He speaks a lot of English, but you know, he has a really hard accent, or maybe he kind of speaks in like abbreviations. And he said, yeah, one time I caught them in the restroom and they were kissing in the restroom. And I don't know if he meant kissing or something else. Now comes my favorite part, is pretty much my take-home pay. What I consider take-home anyway. Yeah, most of the change just gets dumped right back in, but let me just take this off. So this is, I think this is just one day. Yeah, it is actually. That's just one day, Friday. But you know, we're doing good. So pretty solid Friday. I'm pretty happy with it. As you can see, the office looks a little different. I Got a little table in here, you know, a little plastic table. Obviously, being new, heating in here and having an investor kind of mindset, I'm not going to get a nice expensive table. I'm just going to get a $30 table from Sam's Club. The money is where I'm putting is going to be in the equipment and in the machines where money is revenue is generated, not with a nice fancy table. Okay, actually, let's go ahead and weigh the quarters, and we can see actually how much money was spent in here exactly. Jesus Christ. Okay. Okay, there we go. Wow. Okay. Never mind. Jeez. So this was a $300 day? I don't know about that. I don't... No way. Hell, I'll take it. And that's not counting all the products that we sold today or the dry cleaning that we do as well. Wow, awesome. But yeah, okay guys, so that's the other thing about a laundromat. I talked about pretty much how you could have a laundromat 90% automated, apart from spills, cleaning, a machine not taking quarters or messing up or something, which, you know, it happens, you know, they're not perfect, just like vending machines. Yeah, that would take you to about 90% automated, right? I think 10% automated would be having Alexa unlock and lock the doors morning and night. That would free up your, you know, 8 a.m. and 8 p.m., right, around that time. Having the lights turn on, the AC turn on, we're having speakers put on so we can have speakers, so I don't need to borrow that boomer radio anymore or use that boomer radio anymore and like manually plug it in. The open sign and the dry cleaning services sign, which again, smart plugs. And then the TV and switch, instead of pushing a remote control every morning, you know, hook it up to another smart plug with, you know, and I could say, Alexa, turn on the radio, TV, AC, lights, and the open sign. Now you're looking at about, oh, and to include, now, okay, well, let me say, now you're looking at about 60 to 70%, I'd say maybe even 75% automated. When you get that vending machine, whether it's a wall-mounted, which I really don't think you should do. I mean, you can, for the same price as a wall-mounted that vends 2 types of product, you can get a used snack machine, stretch out the coils, or configure the coils to put in different soap products like these on the bottom here. Okay, you could put in these, or I have the smaller ones as well. You could have potentially 90 to 95% of your laundromat automated. The other 5% is when somebody wants change for, like, a change machine goes up to 10 over there. So if somebody has like a 20 or a 50 or even 100, like today some kid gave me 100 for the first time. You know, those things, or like little spills or like something like that. I mean, that I would honestly say that's about 5%. So I think in theory, without an employee, oh, and then dry cleaning. No, never mind. Okay, well, not counting dry cleaning, you could have your laundromat easily 95% automated. 5% would be people changing out money too big for the change machine, an infrequent spill or something, or a problem or an issue with the machine, or yeah, that's it, right? Yeah, or just general cleaning, or, you know, and then the lint, which I'm not counting. I'm not talking about lint because that's something that's like once every 2 weeks or so. So yeah, I think in theory you can really only have 95% of your laundromat automated, which is still nice, but you know, to have this idea that you're going to have an asset that is 100%, I never have to be there, never have to deal with a thing, laundromat, and I just get paid, it's non-existent. And why would you want something like that anyway? Like, what are you going to do when you wake up in the morning and you have nothing to do? You know, because I've done that, and I lived like that for a little while, and it's boring, and I like being busy, and I like doing stuff, so, yeah. And with this, I mean, seriously, guys, I'm still just stoked out of my mind. Like, I can't believe, and a few weeks ago, this was an idea. This was like, no way, but man, that would be sweet if that happened. That's what this was. So, you know, for it to have actually happened, you know, I can't believe it. Word of mouth is a big thing, and also, yeah, word of mouth and connections are a big thing. You just have to have, luckily his wife was the one who posted this on Facebook, and they were just desperately trying to sell this, and I swiped it right up, and I'm going to put a lot of work into it, and hopefully a lot of other collection videos as well. But wow, I've been going for a long time. Okay, thank you very much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care.